All right, hey, what's up guys? It's Roy here. So today I'm gonna be installing some new seat covers on my Tesla Model 3 here. So a company was kind enough to send these out for review. So I wanted to change up the look a little bit and go with more of a white inside of here. Now I could do the rear seats, but after watching some videos, it's probably a task that I'm not ready to take yet. But for the front, I think adding white will really pop with the black and kind of give it that stormtrooper look like I'm going with on my car. So yeah, so let's get them out and let's jump right into it. All right, so currently this is what it looks like with the black interior. So as you can see, just that very traditional black. But as you can see back there, I got the seats chilling back there, and we'll get these installed. So I'm going to start with the passenger side here and really try to show you how to do a tutorial of installing it. I've watched a lot of videos, so hopefully we can get this going. But yeah, let's go ahead and let's magically change these to white. All right, guys, so I got the seat cover here. So one thing that you want to focus on, and this is just something that we discovered as we were doing this, is you want to pay attention to where the SRS airbag tag is, because you want to make sure that it's on the side where the airbag is, so that way if it deploys in a car accident, the seat cover is not blocking it. So for this part here, it should be fairly simple, just sliding it on. On the interior here, we have this portion here that's going to push through the seat, and then this will be the back flap here. So really it should just slide on just like a glove, and hopefully it's a little easier than that, but let's kind of push it down. Pretty snug here, but let's see what we can do. Now, one of the things that you're going to notice is this wrinkle and everything here. So it's been packaged, and obviously over time these will start to wrinkle out a little bit. You know, here in Texas with the heat, it should definitely go a little bit better than this, but I just want to point that out because that's something that I noticed initially. But once you, like I said, kind of get everything kind of pushed in and as it should, these should wrinkle out. And I might even do like an updated video showing like maybe in a week or two, like what this looks like. So let's go ahead and continue this. And then with these flaps here, they say just to push them through. So you literally just push them through the bottom of the seat. And then what you're going to do is when we get to the back, we'll actually Velcro them to the portion back here. And then you're just going to kind of really push that in there so that way it's a little bit snugger fit. All right, so there's that. And then let's go get the bottom seat. All right, and so then for the bottom portion here, as you can see, there's quite a bit of stuff going on in here. One, they say that you don't have to necessarily clip these anything at the bottom, but you can if you want to. We're gonna push these through and I'll show you what we do, because eventually these will flip or go through the bottom and connect to here to make the cushion a little snugger. So let's go ahead and just slap this on here. All right, so let's just get these through. And like I said, with these, we're just gonna make sure we just kind of push these through the bottom here, and we'll be able to grab them on the other side, but you're just shoving them through for now. And then also this part here, just gonna kind of snug it in there. All right, and then I'm gonna have the camera come over because I wanna show you the side here. So that way I can show you as I'm pushing it in. All right, so we got this part here. So we don't want it to cover this portion here. So what we're gonna do is literally, we're just gonna push it in. But with this part here, we're just gonna shove this in. We're gonna shove this in here. That way it's not interfering with anything. All right, and so I'm noticing it's puffy a little bit right here, but when I pull this down, I feel like it'll kind of pull into play once I pull those straps over and kind of snug it in there. But this is kind of how it looks right now. So as you can see, this seat versus that seat looks kind of cool. But right here is where these little straps are going to come into play. So that way it pulls it down and gives it a snugger fit as opposed to it being loose right now. So should work its way out. And then one of the things I'm noticing is right here, pushing it in. I'm not sure if I'm getting it all the way deep down in there. They do provide a tool, which I'll show you here in a minute. So hopefully that helps. But as I'm filling it, it feels like it's, you know, right where it should be. But like I said, once I pull this part down, then it should all go into place. So now let's go to the back and let's hopefully get this finished up. All right, so I'm back here now, and one, you got to unzip this so you can flap this open. And as you can see here, we got the Velcro, and then we have these parts here. What you need to make sure you're doing though is making sure that you have the seat pushed forward and lifted up, because you're going to need to get under here to be able to pull this portion out. So I already got one done, and I'm going to do the other one real quick, and then we'll kind of show you what you need to do back here. All right, so got it unflapped here. So there's two pieces that you need to mess with. And what we're gonna do is lift this up, but now as you can see, the other things that we were shoving through are pushed through now. So we wanna pull those through, and that's gonna hopefully give us a little bit of a snugger fitment on the back of the seat. But then we're also gonna pull all three of these. So we have these pushed through as well. Now from everything that I saw, is we're gonna have this lifted up, okay? And then we're gonna pull this portion off here so that way we can reveal the Velcro. All right, so there's one. All right, let's zip that back. All right, so we got all three of these here. What we need to do is they provided these little clips here. And what we're gonna wanna do, basically just ring these through here. So now we have a nice snug part there. I'm gonna do the same with the other one. All right, then the second one there. And it says you can do it anywhere under here, so it's just a matter of finding where you can kind of clip it. All right, so finally got that clipped. So now I'm gonna use these and push these through and bring them to the other side. All right, so now I got the three straps pulled through, and basically all you're doing is going to buckle them through here and tighten them down. So that way it pulls this part down more and then tightens this cushion down. So let me do that real quick, and this seat should be done, hopefully. All right, so got it installed, got everything in as best I could. So I'm still having some issue with trying to get this pushed down, but maybe over time I can figure out that. But ultimately got it put together and feels pretty good. There is still function where I can move the seat back and forth, and it doesn't seem like it's giving me any issue or resistance. So yeah, so feels pretty good. So now let's go ahead and go over to the driver's side. I'm going to do the driver's side. Honestly, I'm not going to go step by step like I did on here. Honestly, I'm just going to do how I did this one, and then I'll show you the final product once I get this one installed. So yeah, let's get this one going. All right, so I got the driver's side installed, and as you can see, that's the way it looks here. It was a lot easier once I figured out how to do it versus this one. But as you can see here, one of the things that I want to point out is that this part here is just inevitable that it's going to stand out a little bit, because with the power buttons and all this for the seat adjustments, it's not like the passenger one where I can push in a little deeper, but that's okay. And as you can see here, it's very nice and flush. Pro tip is to come back from the other side and pull the straps so that way it's just a little bit snugger. But I think over a little bit of time, the Texas heat's going to help iron out these portions here. I would have liked to have seen this part be a little more where the edges. Unfortunately, I can't because I can't pull it over more. So there is a little bit of some play there. But once again, I think for the purpose of what these are, being seat covers, I think it's okay. And then let's go ahead and go to the back. You can kind of see how they look back here as well. So this one, once again, was a little bit better install on my end. Got a little bit more to play with on that one on the back, but this one was much better as far as how I was able to push those through. So there we go. And let's go take a seat in them. All right, so guys, got it installed now. And after sitting in it, it feels pretty comfortable. It's a little more cushiony versus my standard seat just because there's this additional layer here. But there's the look of it here installed. Now, one thing, obviously, with white seats, my concern is getting them dirty with the hands, with my dirty hands here as I've been doing it. I noticed getting some spots on here. Now, this is Nappa leather that they sent me. So I just used some leather cleaner, wiped it right off, and it was perfectly fine. And I also wanted to test the heated seats. So I went ahead and turned those on because these are perforated, if you can see here. So right now I can feel the heat coming through my seat. So I'm gonna go ahead and turn that off because it's literally like 98 degrees outside. So yeah, so it does definitely work with the heated seats as well. If you have newer ones that have the cold seats, then that will work for you as well. But yeah, I think it feels pretty good. I mean, it doesn't mess up anything here whenever I'm going back and forth. It feels pretty good. I'm gonna go ahead and try to put my seatbelt on real quick. So yeah, I think it feels pretty good. So there will be some links down in the description if you are interested in purchasing these. Like I did say, they did send me one for the rear seat, but front seats is good enough for me for right now. Yeah, guys, let me know what you think. Hit that like button if you liked the video. If you loved it, please subscribe, ring that notification bell for up-to-date content. So be safe, God bless, and I'll see you on the next one.